Today in ATS, we're back on our old Peterbilt 379 heavy hauler. We've got it all remodeled with a new engine, headed on a long haul south out of Iowa down I-35 to Oklahoma. It's an adventurous drive through the American Midwest. Let's go. Guys, welcome to American Truck Simulator. Today we're back in a truck that we drove a long time ago, although it looks different. You may remember it from earlier on the channel. This was the heavy hauler that we built. I bought this worthy bare bones a few months ago. It's an old Peterbilt 379. Though it doesn't look very old, it is. And so I bought this old 379, and the original concept was that it had no GPS, no anything, and I did some cool deliveries with it. You know, it's just an old school truck with no technology in it. Well, it's got some technology now. It's been upgraded. In fact, if you didn't know any better, you would probably think it was a 389X by looking at the outside. Yeah, it's got some modern conveniences, which I think are really cool. It looks long. It's actually not. It's a regular length chassis, just with a lift axle. Shorter cab and the lift axle make it look longer. It's actually not long like our other Peterbilt is. I've changed the engine in this. It did have a V12 in it, which I thought it was cool. It was cool. It was quirky because it had the V12, but it's really loud and I think overbearing in a video. So this has got an old Caterpillar 500 horsepower engine in it, like the other one does now. Should be a little better for video recording, I think. Anyway, we are on the way to pick up our trailer. Yep, we have got a job. We're in Iowa. We are in Council Bluffs, Iowa. We're in we're in Fort Dodge, Iowa. We're going down to McAlester, Oklahoma, down here, 680 miles. We've got we don't have the trailer yet, but we've got a delivery of like excavator buckets going down there. All right, so I've not driven this truck in a while, and I just kind of overhauled it. I overhauled it totally, and I sit there for like hours working on this thing, trying to get the perfect like setup. I was like, what is everything that I want? Well, I wanted cool paint. I wanted the dashboard and everything to look good. I wanted all the info that I wanted up front, which is why I had that big info screen there. That info screen has like everything you'd ever want to know on it, which you know I like because, you know, if you watch here, you know that I don't play with any of the HUD options on. So I need the dashboard to tell me everything I need to know. And yeah, this does that. Can I pull up the clock, see what time it is? It's 1:38. And I like this particular info screen just because I can see, like, now I've got it on the clock and I can still see my trip. You know I like seeing my trip because, again, no HUD. So yeah, we are, I didn't see how far we have to go to pick up the trailer. Probably not that far. I mean, we can pull this up. It says 24 miles. Yeah, not that far at all. 24 miles to get our trailer. So what's up, guys? We're driving the old heavy hauler today. Now, it still does have the 10-speed transmission in it. It does still have the 10-speed transmission. So I flick past the thing, there we go. Yeah, but with just standard cat engine like the other trucks, the other trucks that we've been driving here usually have. What's our speed limit here? 55? All right. Now, this is my first time today driving, so I'm just going to try to get my bearings here. Okay. Yeah, I just had lunch and I said, hey, you know what? Let's go for a drive. Now that said, there's a new truck I want to try out. I've just got a new truck mod that I downloaded. I'm dying to try, but right now, kind of short on money and garage space for it. I might have garage space, but I'm short on money. And it's actually a new truck. You know, I love driving my old-timey trucks like this, and I do. Got us a new next-gen truck. It's it's a new mod that I downloaded from the same place I get these trucks. This truck, if you're curious about it, there's a link to it in the description. This is a Jon Ruda Pete 389 glider, and I just got his new truck, the Pete 579, and so it's not. I'm looking forward to driving it. Maybe we'll check it out after this delivery. It's not like the other trucks I have in that it's it's a full next-gen glass cockpit truck. I'm unclear. This stop sign is too. Should I have gone? Yeah, I don't know. The stop sign, I'm like, well, that's a crazy intersection. To be fair, I've seen intersections like that, you know, intersections that it's like and it's like a 2-lane highway each way and there's a stop sign. And it's just like, okay, let's let the general public sort out who goes first. Yeah, amongst, 8 lanes of traffic. Yeah, that works out well. Okay, now we are turning here. Yeah, they're taking us this. I don't know where we're going. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm like, man, I don't know where the heck we're going. They got us going through suburbia here. So we're picking up just a standard trailer of clamshell buckets. I wanted to do a longer delivery. I'm done with the Cruise in Iowa event. I was like, yeah, we don't need to stick around Iowa. So I almost took a job to California. It would have been 1,800 miles. I almost took an 1,900 mile job to California, but I was like, no, let's... So I looked one item down the list, and I was like, job to Oklahoma. Well, that could be cool. We actually have a garage in McAlester, Oklahoma, so why the heck not? Now, usually I use flashier paint jobs than this. This truck is pretty plain Jane. This is a 389X black, it's kind of charcoal. And I feel it's almost kind of plain. But one thing, though, that I like about it, am I turning here? I believe so. Yeah, this is where we're going, is that I'm using the paint, the color of the paint for the truck for the dashboard. And so it gives me this perfect color dashboard. I'm afraid if I painted the truck any other color, I wouldn't get this color of dashboard, which I really like the way it complements everything here. Now, we're picking up a trailer of, excavator buckets. You guys, what's up? We're here. Oh, sorry if that was too loud for you. I was just letting them know I'm here. We're going to get the buckets. There they be. All right. Oh, pull up my lift axle. Can turn a little bit easier. Come on. There we go. It's up. Whoa, depth perception issue. I didn't hit that. For the record, I didn't hit that, but I didn't see it either. My depth perception was off. It's by sheer luck I didn't hit that trailer. Okay, now let's look around. I wasn't looking at the front of my truck. Alright, so we're going to carefully... So, what do you think about the new look for the Pete? I think it's really cool. Actually, I do think it's cool. And I don't mind the one-color truck. I think the charcoal black is a little bland. I could make it like a two-tone and probably still carry the paint color over to the dashboard if I made the two-tone like a secondary color or some weird crap like that. But I like the truck the way it is. Now, we got precision. Gotta do a really... Oh, I think we got it right there. No? Hang on. Let me tap the gas back just a little bit. Oh, yep, got it. Sweet. Yeah, I was like, I feel it like right there, and then, yeah. It's kind of crazy. You can like, controls in this are really good, especially if you use a steering wheel with force feedback and stuff, because you can like absolutely feel it. All right, we got our trailer. Let's go ahead and just drop our axle now so it doesn't start screeching on me down the road. All right, we have got, we'll check our route here in a second, get going. I don't plan on making any scenic stops, but, well, I haven't looked at the map yet, so how do I know for sure? All right, let's pull a little stop-a-roo here and let's check our map. All right, so here's our route. I'm not going to bother trying to memorize it because we got 680 miles, mostly just going down 35. So, yeah, this is a pretty long delivery. I'm not going to mess around with some extra stuff. I think the route itself will give us enough adventure. Pretty much going south on 35, and then we're going to catch 44, and then we're on Highway 69 down to McAlester. That's pretty much it. So basically following signs to Kansas City, following signs to Des Moines, Kansas City, Joplin. Probably at one point we'll follow a sign to, well, I may have to refer to this, but I think we're good. Let's reset the trip. Boom, reset. 680 miles. Parking brake. All right. Let's go. Oh, what time is it? We are leaving at 2:48. Our fuel. Okay. What is our... Okay, we're just above half. Yeah, I've got a fuel gauge there too. So know that 162. It's just about half. All right. All right, so we must have 150-gallon tanks on each side. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's check real quick before we leave. How tired is my guy? Because that's not within my control. All right, so he is not tired, but we're going to listen for him to yawn because we're not going to have this on. All right, guys, we're good to go. Time, 252. Okay. And we're set. We're going 680. All right, guys, let's go. All right, I wanted to make sure I'm all set and everything like that. I want to make sure I don't have to use any outside aids like the HUD or anything like that. It's going to get dark, so we're going to have some night driving. We're going to have, I want to do a really good quality drive. I set up this truck. It's been a long time setting up this truck just because I think, you know, I looked at all of the trucks, and I spent several hours setting each of them up and trying each of them. All of the cool mod trucks that I have, and they're really nice. They're very high quality trucks, and they have lots of options. I went through all of them, like, you know, what's the best one for this? I set them all up with similar long haul setups, and this is the one. I said, yeah, this long hauler, this heavy hauler. Whoa, I hit the curb there. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, that turn was not exactly made for semis. All right, so we've got, hopefully this will get us onto a highway, and I guess we're out of the suburban area. But I have, you know, in testing all these trucks, I have driven a few trucks recently, so I got to get back in the mindset of this truck. I've got a lot of trucks that I like. I mentioned that I like Jon Ruda trucks. I do. They're really high quality paid mods. As of now, I own all of his American trucks now. Today I bought the Peterbilt 579 next gen. So as of today, I have all his American trucks. I love them. They make playing the game really fun and high quality for me. And I know they're paid, but I've bought them over the period of years. It's not like I went there with several $100s in my pocket and said, I'm going to buy all these trucks. I'm not rich. I've been playing the game a long time. I bought these trucks over several years. So, and finally, as of today, I just now have all of them. So I'm like, been trying them out because I want to do some really cool heavy hauling, and it's like, which one? And for now, this one, although I do want to try out the new one. I like this one. I like a little more old school, but we'll try out the new one. Oh, how are we doing the trailer back there? Okay. This truck's not as long as that Peterbilt we were driving. You know, the orange one that we were driving recently? This truck is not as long. And so, I got to take the turns just ever so slightly wider. It's like we're turning up here. I'm using a smaller steering wheel on this one. Usually I use the big trucker style steering wheels. With the look I'm going for on the dashboard here, get my speed control on, cruise control. Because of the look I was going for here, I decided, slow down a little bit here. I decided this steering wheel was actually better. Even though it does cover up particularly the speedometer, it covers it up a bit. But, hey, that's what we got the info screen for. Yeah, and somehow, like, it took a lot of working, though, because, obviously, so the stuff you see on the windshield, well, the info screen is from Sissel's Mega Pack, which is, obviously, everyone, if you play this game and you use mods at all, you know of Sissel's Mega Pack. It's free. It's on the Steam Workshop. And that's how I have the info screen up there. But I had to play around a lot because there's a lot of different mounting options. Okay, let's get our cruise control set here for 65. And so to get the hood mirrors where it was a battle of ergonomics to get the hood mirrors where I want them, to get the GPS and that screen right in the same place where I want them, and not blocking the hood mirrors, which that's always a battle. And it really worked out with this truck. Really worked out with this truck. Oh, this truck sounds nice. Yeah, this truck sounds nice. Although I gotta say, since I've set it up, because like I said, I just kind of revived it. I pulled it out of the lineup and said, okay, you know, heavy hauler, you're up. I've not driven it with headphones yet. I mean, I am now, obviously. Well, maybe that's not obvious, but yeah, I'm wearing headphones. I haven't driven with headphones yet. What kind of RPMs are we running? Yeah, we're running some RPMs in top gear. We are in top gear. Well, it's a 10-speed. That was one thing that's always quirky about this truck. This truck is a 10-speed, and you know, I have more than one Peterbilt 379. So you know, each of the trucks needs to have something unique about it. And this truck is a 10-speed. Yeah, I like it, and it's got this. Excuse me. Well, it's got this kind of modern look to it, which I definitely was intentional, you know, in the kind of the charcoal color paint and the kind of the painted metal dashboard. I wanted a kind of a modern look to it, even though it's still obviously very old school. But it also still has some quirkiness of, yeah, anyway, whatever. I like setting up the trucks, you know. Let me know, yeah, down in the comments, what kind of, what is your style. I like various things. But, you know, one thing, when I started this particular profile, I have in the game right now that I'm playing on, this save game, if you will, when I started it, even though I do like older classic trucks like this, the first truck I owned in this save game file was actually it was a brand new in-game, not a mod truck, it was a brand new in-game Cascadia, you know, with the info screen and all the computers and everything and like that. It was real high-tech, and I'd always driven old school trucks like this. I'd never driven a truck like that, and I liked it. I really liked it. It was the first I still have it in this garage. It's just the brand new Cascadia in the game. I was like, wow, I've never had this whole fancy computer screen and everything like that. And I liked it. And that's what I thought when I bought this Peterbilt 579 I want to use. It's like that, you know. It's okay, we're going straight through this. So I think that even though I do love the old-timey, big, loud trucks like this, I think it'll be cool to get back in a truck where everything's computerized, you know, even with digital, you know, like digital mirrors, right? Even with digital mirrors, fully everything electronic. Probably the only thing you'll hear in it is wind noise, you know, and I think that I could appreciate that too, see? It's like the extreme, it's like the other extreme, right? Yeah. My GPS screen is not large. There we go, okay. Kansas City, Council Bluffs. This is where we're going. Wait, which way? This way. Sorry, guys. Concentrate here. We're good. We're fine. I just had to like make sure, and I kind of tugged at the truck a bit, and it was like, yeah. It's like I better slow down for this one. All right. I want to make sure that we're going straight here. Everything's fine. There we go. So 680 miles. We have gone 104 miles. I love that info screen. I love how this, just something about the way that, again, I guess that's Sissel's Mega Pack that gives you that info screen. It's different for different trucks. Something about this truck, it puts the info up there in that way, which is kind of messed up. It packs too much info on there, but the way it does it, I have like literally more than I need to see there. It's actually kind of cool. Excuse me, let me get a drink of I got a Monster here. Let me take a drink of this so I don't end up clearing my throat in y'all's ears. Well, it's going to be a cool drive going through, we'll see, we left from Iowa, so we're going to be going through, what, Missouri and Kansas and Oklahoma. Yeah, I guess so. I got another truck that I set up that I really want to drive like this too, like, and it looks really cool. It's a Peterbilt 362 cab over, and it actually has this truck beat in every single way. Hang on a second, what do we got going on here? We got any intersections here? No, we're probably staying straight. Yeah, because 35 south, yeah. The Pete 362 cab over actually has this beat, the one that I have set up here, in every way, except for one thing. Because it's a cab over, the windshield is incredibly short. I like having a tall windshield because I love driving around America because I like seeing America. The Peterbilt 362, maybe we'll have a look at it after this delivery. It's really cool, but it's got a really short windshield. Basically, its windshield is about 2/3 the height of this one. So when you're, I feel like I want to see more. Now that said, the new truck I'm talking about that I want to buy, that I just downloaded, the 579. Its windshield is so tall that you can see like up under its sun visor. I mean, it's got an epic view because it's all brand new and high tech and everything. But anyway, the cab over is such a cool looking truck. It looks so retro because, I mean, come on, you barely see those things on the road anymore. I think they stopped making it back in the 80s, the cab overs. In America, that is, right? I mean, in America, we revised our laws like back in maybe the late 70s, I think. And by the mid 80s, we were done making them all together because we revised our total length laws. Correct me if there's a trucker viewing, correct me, but I think that's about the you know, the gist of it. So you don't see those old cab overs anymore, but I think they're really cool. But, you know, today we got our classic. There's not much more classic than these Peterbilts with the long hoods on them. I love this. So, somehow... Oh, what's going on up here? Nothing. I guess he's got some mechanical problems. Yeah, he's... No, I guess the cops are checking him out. Yeah. Well, 500 miles to go, and this thing is smooth. But yeah, wearing headphones, it is a lot louder than... It's because it's a 10-speed. But again, that's this truck's quirkiness. That's what it is. Luckily, I would have turned it down. I like to think I'm pretty good with the audio levels and editing. I don't blast people's eardrums out, or I certainly try not to. If it's too loud, I would have turned it down in editing. But it feels loud to me in my ears. What if I roll down the window? How loud is it really? Ooh, sounds nice though. Yeah, it's loud, but it sounds nice. Listen to that engine. Yeah, unnecessarily loud. For sure. Well, we've gone 200 miles. Let's see, what time is it? 6:30. Let's hit on our headlights. Yeah, I was good there. Yeah, I was wondering what time it was. So that, oh yeah, we've got 100 gallons. Oh, I can see our fuel gauge. We're at about a quarter of a tank-ish, I guess, or a third-ish of a tank. So I guess we're going to want to have a look at... Oh, look, gas, diesel, right there. Sweet. How's this exit? Good question. Hang on. Yeah, this is yeah, I looked at it on the GPS and I was like, that's an odd looking exit. How does this work? Well, it works like this. Alright, there's some fuel over there. To the left. We'll go to some fuel, and I don't know if there's a rest area here or not. You can always move on to the next one. I wouldn't mind driving to some of the night. This truck is great to drive in the night, except for one thing. The satellite radio... Hang on, I'm reading the signs here. Autos, RVs. Okay, next turn. Satellite radio on my dashboard there. I like it. It's a nice touch. It doesn't do anything. It's just a nice touch on the dashboard. It's really bright at night, but you get used to it. It's a beautiful truck. Even though it's just charcoal colored, gunmetal, if you will, it's a beautiful truck. Wonder if there's is that rest over there, do you think? Let me see. Actually, it is. Actually, it is. I guess it wouldn't be the worst idea to rest over there. Yeah. Because, well, we'll check it out here. Here, let's get some fuel, and let's see if my guy's tired at all. We'll check. Actually, yes, he is tired. Yeah, so he is. All right. So I'm going to fuel up here. Probably cut this bit out while it's fueling because it takes a minute. All right. We got 200 or almost 200 gallons. All right, we'll just back up here. Whoa. Dump truck coming around. I'm just going to back up here and get us some rest. There's no parking spaces, so I guess it's just wherever we can slide her in. Those are some big exhaust pipes. I'm sitting here backing up. I'm kind of using my exhaust pipes, right, as to where I'm aimed. Yeah, I put the biggest possible exhaust pipes on it. I figured I'd go... I think that generally in my design of the truck is pretty reserved, but with the exhaust pipes, I said, no. I said, whoops. I steered too hard there. I was like, no, the exhaust pipes, you can never go too big. You can never go too big. You can never go too loud. Anyone who rides a motorcycle knows this. Alright. And we'll slide her into place right beside this guy. Hello, neighbor. Mind if I have a rest with you here? Alright, everything's off. Shut the truck down. Climbing back. And let's have a rest. Well, guys, good morning. I'm going to open me a new drink here. It is 5 a.m. We skipped the entire night, so no night driving for us. It's alright. Let's hop back up front. Let's get this guy turned on here. Let's see what we got. So, first of all, turn off this annoying info HUD. No, I hate it. I hate it. Go away. Alright. Alright, we got 663 miles left to go. Let's see. Well, let's get her in gear. Or I can break off. Headlights on. A second. Headlights on. Engine brake off. We're good to go. Alright, back on the freeway. What do you think of the lighting job? I wanted cool lights on it. I wanted kind of low-key, but I still wanted, you know, when I was designing the orange Peterbilt we have that's like super long and everything, I was going over the top. I don't like to go over the top. This is what I like right here. I like this style. I just do. I just like some lights. Again, I've said it before, when I grew up, I went to a lot of truck stops, and I'd always marvel at the trucks, and this is the kind of, like, this is what stuck in my head that I would see, is trucks like this. Back in the 80s and 90s, you'd see trucks that look like this, and maybe that's, everyone designs trucks the way they saw them, and that's the way I saw trucks back then. Yeah, this is I don't know, this new truck that I bought, again, I haven't even driven it yet, I haven't tried it. But it's going to have some tough competition with this guy, I'll say that much. Where's our turn? Are we turning with these guys? Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, we're turning here. It's a weird exit they've got going on here. One of those weird exits. How am I on the trailer back there? Oh, just fine. All right, cool. All right, yeah, this gets us back on the freeway. Yeah, this dashboard looks great at night. Kind of a pity we didn't get to see it at night, but you can see what I mean. It's really, it's got a really, especially, yeah, I kind of hit the dome light on there, so you can kind of, at night, it's got this cool eerie glow to it, which I like, because it's got that, it's like if you had like a classic car, but you put the modern touches inside, like they do in some of those hot rod shows, you know? That's kind of the look. That's the look I get. That's the feeling I get from this. Yeah, it's like one of those hot rod shows. They take an old like hot rod, but it has a lot of the modern conveniences in the, you know, in it. That's the vibe, and I like that vibe a lot. However, with the next truck we'll be driving, it's fully next gen all the way. So that'll be interesting in its own right. Oh, this is great. Delivering a trailer of excavator buckets down to Oklahoma. The last few times we've been driving, and I mean as in like the last 20 videos here on the channel of this game, it was touring Nebraska, touring Missouri, touring Iowa, touring Kansas. It's been a long time since, because I've just been doing those events. Like I get on, And every time they release a new state, I'll get on for X amount of time and do the events around the state. But I've been neglecting to drive around the beautiful country that we have here. You know, and so, well, that's what we're doing today. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of Iowa. I'm going to take a delivery to I don't care where, and it ended up being Oklahoma. I was like, cool, we'll go to Oklahoma. Yeah, go to Oklahoma. Yeah, so coming at the last minute there. All right, I'll just speed back up here and make sure that. Yeah, every time something like that happens, I need like a second to get all my, I gotta do like a mental check of like everything on the truck. Like, is this okay? Is that okay? How we doing here? How we doing there? I think we're all good. I think we're past that guy. Well, I know we are. I got hood mirrors. That's why I love the hood mirrors. And the next truck we'll be driving, yeah, like I mentioned before, the 579. We'll check it out after this delivery. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's got the digital mirrors, which you may have seen. You may know what I'm talking about. If you don't, they are, they're digital screens on the front pillars there, but you know, the front pillar, the corner by the windshield there, and over there, with displays that show behind you. The truck won't have hood mirrors. I mean, it can have hood mirrors. I'm not going to put hood mirrors on it because I won't need them, because literally right in front of me I'll have a. It's probably gonna be distracting at first, so I'll have to get used to it. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works, but I want to do the whole cool high-tech theme with the truck, and we'll see how it works. You can always take them out if I don't like them. But it's like its whole dashboard is everything's electronic, just one big screen, you know, and those and. But you miss out on all the cool chrome and big muscular American, you know, metal parts. You know, the big, like you know, this Peterbilt here. You know, all the big, clunky looking parts of different. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the outside of the truck, but I'm also trying to go around a turn in traffic here. You know what I mean? All the big. You look at a Peterbilt truck like this, and it's made of big round and square parts that connect. It looks like a. Yeah, it looks like, I guess, like a big toy truck on the road. It just looks cool. But the new trucks just look like, well, again, it's a different kind of thing you have to appreciate, I guess, because it's like looks more like a big streamlined taco, okay, on the road. It doesn't have the same appeal. We're slowing down. Well, I'm not slowing down, but wait, we're going, sticking right here, yeah? Yeah, I want to make sure. Turns like this, if I took the wrong way, it could be a per piece to the next exit and turn around, but this is where we're sticking. I mean, this is a pretty easy route today, you know, because it's pretty much just same freeway all the way south. Yeah, kind of just, it's one of those deliveries where we can kind of just take the same road all the way. I'm just zooming in here to look at my map and make sure that I'm seeing everything right that I think I'm seeing. Oh, this is cool. Look at this scenery. Very cool. Yeah, let's enjoy this scenery some. This is cool. Sure we're not taking off that exit. No, we are going. What did these signs say up here? Slow down just a little bit because I don't want to read these signs. We're sticking to the right. No. I'm gonna say no. Well, it says 35 south, and that's our road, right? But the GPS is saying this way. Okay, 670 and 35. Okay, so this must be, okay, this is like St. Louis, right? And we're going, well, whatever city this is, we're going around it on a loop. That's what I'm seeing. I'm like, wait, that says 35 south. Yeah, but this says 670 and 35 south. Okay, now we're probably getting off here, yeah? This gets complicated. We're going right here. Yeah. I'm gonna stick by my guns and say we're going this way. I was right, I think. Ooh, you gotta use some judgment sometimes. Yeah. What's the speed limit here? Is it 55? Actually, it's 45. It's my bad on that. $45 miles an hour. All right, you know, that's like, I always mess those up. I always mess up some way. You know, I second guess myself and mess up one way or another. And hold up, I could still mess up. You looked at the map just as long as I did, so you make the judgment call. What would you have done? Joplin, we're going towards Joplin. I'm sure I saw it. I'm sure I saw that we're going towards Joplin. So it can be hard to tell, you know, like even though on the map, if you've driven with this map, then you know what I mean. It can be easy to mess up. I think our speed limit is back up now. Yeah, it's back up at 65. All right, well that was something else. I was so focused on all of that. Well, I mean, I told you my whole thought process. I was like, wait, we're going on 35 south, and that says 35 south. Yeah. But if you've done that in real life, I've done that in real life, right? Like, hang on, guys. We got a way up here. Listen to those tall gears. The 10-speed is, I like it. I think it was a fun choice. It is, it's a character, you know? Those tall gears when you're slowing down. And I don't have a retarder on this truck, hence it always kicks the engine brake on when I slow down because the transmission doesn't have a retarder. I just think it's kind of cool because it's character. Now, what was I even saying about something? I don't know, but I'll remember. Let's pull up here and get weighed. See how much we weigh. It's a cool truck. I like it a lot. We've got, what, 300 miles to go. What a painless drive. What a joy this truck has to drive. Yeah. I mean, I took long enough setting it up. I mean, it's ridiculous how much time and money I spent setting these trucks up. 72,000 pounds. Let's be on our way. Yeah, it's not a light load. Not a light load. Wait, is it just me or is there a... Yeah, literally right there. I was like, it's just me or is there a... That's why I rolled down my window. I wanted to have a good look. Hang on, we get up to speed here and I'll roll our window back up. I was like, is it just me or is there... Oh man, I about took my head off. Alright. No, I don't remember what I was saying before I pulled over there. What time is it? It is 8:42. We don't need our headlights anymore. I could just leave them on all the time, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I don't just leave them off all the time, but or on rather. I guess we don't need them, so. It's one more thing to remember. Yeah, it might be a little plain on the outside because of just the paint, but also it's not like, sometimes some of those paint jobs are really flashy and they're really cool, but I feel like sometimes they're too flashy, and I feel like I'd rather just feel like I'm driving a truck, you know, I'm not a show truck. Maybe that's why I go light. I go a little bit light on some of the customization. I set the inside up how I want it, you know, with all the conveniences and stuff I want on the inside. But I do like a more modest exterior. So, yeah, you know. What a beautiful drive. What a beautiful day to drive through the Midwest. Down to Oklahoma. Oh, look at that. There's some farms up here to the left. Silo and barn. cornfields. Now, this part of America is really pretty. I mean, most parts of America are pretty, but there's some parts that are not, right? I'm looking at Utah and Nevada. I'm looking forward to buying this new truck, I guess. Now, I feature these trucks a lot in the videos. I like driving these. I don't know. I don't watch other American Truck Simulator YouTubers. It's just how I am. I don't. So I don't know. I have, though. And to my knowledge, most of the YouTubers, and not all of them, have an affinity for mod trucks too, particularly the paid ones that I've seen. I guess the last few that I've seen, they do drive the paid trucks like this. I don't know what the general public's opinion is of paid mods, because while I say that because in a lot of games it's pretty negative, but the thing is, and I would agree with them there too, but here in this game, it just... Anyway, I don't mean to push them so much. I don't know what the general opinion of them is. They're really quality. Well, anyway, so I now have all of Jon Ruda's American trucks, and he's the only one I buy these mods from because, again, I enjoy the paid mods, but I'm also not a millionaire. He has 7. Yeah, he has 7 American trucks. I own all of those, and that's plenty. I bought them over the space of like 2 years, so the cost is negligible. But still, at the same time, I can afford to check all of them out. But I know his trucks. I know his well. I thought about making a video with all the ins and outs of buying his trucks, you know, what they're like, about how it all works and everything like that. Some people might be concerned about the guarantee of, well, if I pay $25 or $30 or whatever for this truck, you know, if I pay for this truck, is it still going to be good, you know, in the next update of the game, etc., like that? It's a pretty easy question to answer, and the answer is... yeah, 100%. More well updated than literally any other mod. Yeah. And, anyway, I thought about making a video on these trucks. Now that I have all 7 of the American ones, I was like, you know, and I've driven them for long enough, I could give a great breakdown on what you could expect to find in these trucks. Because the thing is, like, so this is a really cool game. American Truck Simulator is a great game. The best part about the game is, well, like, I like to play with no HUD. I imagine a lot of people like to play with no HUD. And of course, by HUD, I mean this thing here, you know, the heads-up display. Play without that. And so the interface for this game is your truck. A lot of games, people use a lot of mods or add-ons to change their interface. Like, for instance, I also play MMOs like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, stuff like that. Games like that, it's very common for people to customize their interface. Well, in this game, this truck is your interface, and that's why people like mod trucks. And for me, so I always think, like, the inside of my truck, it's like customizing my interface in any other game. That's way too much about random stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'll just cut that jabber out. Whoa, 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 really slow down for this. Yeah, that was not your usual exit there. Okay, I think we're back up to speed now. Let's see here. Oh, there's an old truck over there. Yeah, I'll just stop rambling and all that. I mean, let me know your thoughts on that. I'm really big on having, like, for me, it's all about, oh, I hope I can merge in here. For me, it's all about how I can modify the inside of the truck, because the inside of the truck is how you experience the world here. Let's see, where are we going now? We're just sticking right here. All right, cool. I guess we're good to get back up to speed. Yeah, this is not the usual interesting drive like I like to do a lot of times. You know, we'll reroute the route to take only back roads and stuff like that. I can tell we're in Oklahoma. Like, I've not been paying attention to what state we're in, but this looks like Oklahoma. A lot of times I modify the route. Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, we're on the leg where we're going westland 44. Okay, we're like, this is like one of the last legs. Yeah, a lot of times I'll modify the route so that we're taking the interesting roads and not just the boring freeways. You know, I bet we're making really good time because we are taking the freeway. Oh yeah, this is actually shorter. I'm just looked over my recording on my other screen there. We've actually been recording for less time than on a 300-mile delivery. Well, we're making such killer time. Such killer time. This is a super efficient truck. Well, I mean, it's got all the information I like on it. Maybe to some it's a little cluttered on the dashboard. I like it. I like lots of switches, buttons, and dials and things. I do. But at the same time, I don't want to block out my screen totally because I like the view. I like the view of, that's what's best about driving around America is seeing the sights. Let's make sure I know that we're doing 70 miles an hour speed limit. We've got about 150 miles to go. So we're getting close enough that we're going to want to start paying attention to stuff. We're definitely good on, yeah, we're good on everything. That was easy. That was a crazy 680-mile delivery. I know it's not over yet, but I mean that there was zero night driving because it just so happened that the most convenient fuel stop also had a convenient rest stop at it, which allowed it at the exact time when we rested. So yeah, you were there. So there was no night driving. Not that that's bad, but no night driving. Everything was done in one stop, and it's all been freeway. This is like the super convenient. This is the super convenient variety of delivery that doesn't happen too often. We did have to weigh in once. What do we got here? Oh, okay. Toll paid. Thank you for using the Will Rogers Turnpike. Yep. $9 to use their road, but hey, it's a very nice road. We're getting off here. We are getting off here. 40 miles an hour. All right, we get some actual driving now. Really, yeah, some actual driving. You know, yeah, when I first started this job, the truck was really loud because, again, I set it up, the engine and everything. When I did all the setup of this truck, I wasn't wearing a headset, and I even did a long delivery on it, but I wasn't wearing a headset. I was just playing, just here with myself. I was watching TV, so I had on the speakers. When I started this here today with you and I put on my headset, I was like, oh man, that's loud. At top gear at 70 miles an hour, that's loud. But you know what? I got used to it. Where are we? I'm going to say we're going this way because we already paid. So I'm going to say we're going this way. All right. Stick around through here. Make sure we're going the right. Yep. Yep, we're hopping off here. Have fun, Mr. Turnpike. We don't need you no more. Oh yeah, wouldn't it suck if I missed this turn? Well, you all have been on turnpikes before. You know, normally, yeah, you miss an exit. Oh, no problem. I'll catch the next exit and turn around. Yeah, if we missed a thing there, we could be going all the way to freaking Oklahoma City before there's a chance to turn around. I mean, I don't know. From my experience driving on those toll roads. Toll roads, they're like the airports, of the road, right? Like when you go to the airport and once you get in, you can't get out. Once you get in, the only way to get back out is either street level or via an airplane. There's no way to get out. Trust me, as someone who smoked for 20 years, there's no way out of an airport to grab a cigarette or anything, right? What I mean by that, though, is they make sure that they jack up all the food prices at the restaurants because they know you can't go anywhere else. That's how the toll roads are, right? They don't let you out. They're like, you want food and bathrooms? Here's your food and bathrooms, but you can't escape. Whoa. That came out of nowhere. I was looking at my map. I was zoomed in looking at my map, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw turn signals on taillights. We're good. We've got 80 miles-ish, 90 miles. There we go. Yeah, I'm just making sure that we're all set. Oh, 55 miles an hour. 55 miles an hour. Holy. Wait, hang on, guys. Hang on. Turn my darn inch brake off. Sorry. It took me a second to get my bearings back on that one. Yeah, don't you hate when people do that? the people who, it's my biggest pet peeve on the road. My biggest number one pet peeve on the road is the people who slow down in the lane and then turn. And it's not because, okay, so it's like, oh, I expect, because I'm considerate. Okay, first of all, I'm considerate. Now, it's not because I expect them to be considerate and pull over on the shoulder like a normal human being. I don't expect people to be courteous and human beings. I don't expect that. No. I expect them to have some self-preservation that they're not going to get smashed by a semi for doing what that guy just did. But they don't. It's not even the fact that they lack the decency of a normal human being to pull over on the shoulder. It's that they have no regard for their own life. And you guys have seen that. I see that every day on the road. They're just going to come to a complete stop in the road and then turn. And that guy almost found out, right? All right, rant over. /rant over. Well, we're doing good here. Got, looks like 70 miles of just peaceful Midwest Oklahoma country. Oh, there's like a cool mine or something up there on the right. Very cool. Rivers. There's lots of rivers in Oklahoma. Beautiful rivers and sights to see here. That's been a really cool drive. This is a good truck for this. It's maybe a little loud for some, but for me, I don't know. When we get this new Peterbilt 579, which I'll show you after our delivery, because we're making such a good time, we'll have time, we'll check it out briefly. I don't know what I'm going to do without the constant, drone, the V8 in my ears. I guess, again, it has other appeals. Its appeal is that it is very cool. I don't know what to say. We'll just see. We'll just have to find out. It's like, I like to play a lot of kinds of games, right? Like flight sim games, right? In a flight sim, there's the appeal, like for instance DCS, which is a military flight sim. So not like Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm thinking of DCS because they're all military planes. Really realistic flight sim. There's appeal to some of the older, like Cold War era and even World War II planes. Let's say Cold War era. For me, there's a real appeal to like Cold War era planes, like a MiG-21 or something like that. There's also appeal to flying a newer 4th or 5th gen jet. It's the same thing here. This truck has all the appeal of the older stuff, and with that comes lots of gauges and switches and buttons and noise, which I like. But there's a different level of appeal with the newer next gen stuff. Sometimes it's mood for something, one thing or another. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. So we're getting pretty close. We must be like right at McAlester. That's where we're going, McAlester. Yeah, and as it happens, we have a garage there. I'm looking to buy a new truck, and we have a garage there. I don't know how much money we have right now. Probably not enough money for it, but we could take out a loan. Yeah, I could take out a loan of the truck costs $200. I looked at it earlier, $218,000. The base model of it is $218,000. We could take out a $200,000 loan. I could have that loan paid back tomorrow. It's no big deal. I mean, it's super easy. We got 7 drivers hired for me that are just constantly making money. So I could easily buy it. And as it happens, we'll be at a garage. I don't know if this garage we're going to be at has a space, but we'll find out. So I see McAlester on the map right up ahead. Dead ahead is McAlester. Yeah, this has been a really good delivery. Not that something won't go wrong, or I don't even mean that. I mean, it's been a really chill drive. It has been really smooth, though, as well. I'm going to slow down here. Make sure that... Okay, yeah, because now, I mean, this is where we're going, right? So I want to make sure I see where we're getting off. Slow down a little bit. Although as I say that, I notice the speed limit's 50. Now, if I was playing with this HUD bar on here at the bottom, if I was playing with this on, my speed on that would have been red to let me know I was speeding. But I don't play with that, which means I do sometimes get speeding tickets because I generally watch the speed limit signs. But that's how we do it in real life, right? I generally watch the signs. Nothing wrong with that. So this says we've surpassed our distance, but that's because obviously we pulled over for a stop. That said, we must be getting dangerously close. Yeah, we must be like dead close. It must be like right up here somewhere. Because we're actually a few miles past our distance. Did we make any other any other, I don't know what you call it. I don't think so. Now, maybe who's to say the distance was perfectly accurate? Make sure I know where we're going. We're going, I don't know, it's still a little ways up here. It does this sometimes when you get really close. It looks like we're going to be up on the left. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what lane do I want to be in. It does this sometimes, like, the closer you get to some place, it'll say 1 mile left for like the last 10 miles. I think we want to be in this lane, but it's hard to say. Yeah. Looks like it. We're going to stick here for now. Up over this. Let's see where this goes. Well, it's been a real fun delivery, although we still have to park. We haven't parked it yet. A lot of the recent deliveries, we've not been backing it in. I don't know, kind of half and half maybe, but a lot of them we've not been. But that's only because we have trailers that don't allow it. Obviously today we're going to be parking the truck. Yeah, we're going right up here at that big concrete place up there, concrete building, I guess. Yeah, right up here. I don't know what you call it. The big white building made of white stuff. Oops. Well, let's let this car go. Come on. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? What is he on? Oh man, what is... Oh jeez. Now they're honking at me. Wow, like what was I even supposed to do? Yeah, like he wasn't right. I was... Oh man, I gotta get my bearings on that. I didn't even know he was doing something weird until I was already halfway through the turn. Well, you know what I say about this game is that, yeah, the traffic in this game is so good that there's actually bad drivers. Like, I'm pretty sure whatever that was programmed. I don't know. That's what I say. Honestly, yeah. There's only sometimes they're stupid. When they're stupid is when they get jammed up, when they interfere with what another one's trying to go. Anyway, enough of that. Let's, either way, that was completely a real-life occurrence. How many times I've seen that happen in real life? Are we taking this? Okay. Let's see. It looks like it could be a pull-through spot, but chances are there's something blocking us from pulling through, so we'll have to back in from the other side. Let's see. But I've seen these in such a way that you can pull through them. Actually, yeah. Could I? I think it would be so much work to pull through that's not worth it. Yeah. I think that's one of those things where it'd be so much work to pull through that the people here at the loading docks will be watching you laughing, just saying, why didn't that guy just back in like a normal person? Yeah. We'll find out. To position for that pull-in, I would have had to back up and readjust several times. That said, I gotta hook this pretty tight to get in here. This might be harder than I thought. However, the beauty of this spot, though, is that if I don't get it perfectly straight, we can back all the way through and then pull back up to straighten out. That's the... I'm going to have to turn the wheels a little bit here. That's the benefit of a spot like this. Yeah, I don't have the right angle at this. Yeah, the bonus of this is that, yeah, I do not have the right at this at all. Is that, yeah, if we jack it up, we can just back all the way through. This is better. Okay, I need concentration here. They don't hit that far side. Mostly I'm watching the front of my truck right now. That's the problem. It's watching the front of my darn truck. Yeah, I'll get it. Alright, there we go. I would have cut some out there. I had to reposition the entire truck. I had to take it from the other angle because of those, you wouldn't think it, but those blue IBC tanks up there, those blue and white IBC tanks, completely in the way of how I had to cut the truck. And now, well, now we do need the pull through here so that we can straighten the truck back out. Yeah, I need the convenience of this now so I can straighten my truck out. But now I got it. Yeah, I had to, I should have brought the truck in from the other way, but how was I to know? It's weird. Well, the thing is, when they set these up specifically with your truck geometry in mind, knowing that that one little liquid tank there sticking out like it is prevents you from turning. And maybe if my truck was, yeah, maybe if my truck was shorter, it would have been a different matter. But, again, you know, this truck is normal length. It's a normal 6x4 chassis. Yeah, it's a normal 6x4 chassis. Just looks longer. But anyway, whatever. That's done. It was a little stressful on the parking job, I'm not going to lie, because I had to reposition the whole thing. Anyway, that's done. We got it in there just fine. And excellent. Of course it's excellent. Here, I'll show you this other truck. So, okay, yep. Oh, look at that. We level up to 29. They want us to choose a point. Can I not choose a point? See, I'm trying not to put, I've explained it before, I'm trying not to put points in this. I don't think that as I get more experience driving, I don't think my fuel economy should improve. I think it's unrealistic. Maybe there's a way I can get around that, like not clicking that. I don't want to click that anymore. I think it's unrealistic. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like that system. Right, so if we look at the truck I was talking about, the 362 cabover. So this guy right here. I set this up. I set them up very much the same way, especially if you look inside. You see, I would set them up much the same way. Very much the same way. But notice the view through the windshield. You don't get to see as much. Yeah, I set this up very much like, because I was competing with them. I was like, which one? If this one or the 379? And I decided to go with the 379. But this thing is gorgeous. So darn cool. I love this style. But, so here's the one that will be, I don't own yet. Oh, do we have enough money? No, I'd have to take a $100,000 loan, but we can actually do that right now. Look, we've got 138,000. So we can go to truck dealers. Let's buy it. Access mod dealer. And Peterbilt right here. This guy right here. Oh, first we got 1 second. My bad about that. Bank. Simple $100,000 loan. Piece of cake. I can literally have that paid back in like an hour of gameplay. It's not even a problem. Well, you saw how many trucks we've got on the list, right? Like 7 of those have drivers. So, okay, now we can go to truck dealers. Let's access the mod dealer, make it faster. That guy right there. Purchase as it is. There. Here's the only spot for a truck. Actually, is in California. I knew I had one free spot somewhere. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. So let's check this out. All right, so no need to check it out in the Truck Explorer. I was going to check it out there in the Truck Explorer. We own it. We own the truck. And very cool. P579, upgrade it. All right, it doesn't have a whole lot of options yet. This is a brand new, well, it's pretty new. Hang on a second, refund of parts. All right, so this is a pretty new truck. I think this is it's a Jon Ruda truck mod. It's a Jon Ruda truck. He just released this, I think, in December. It was the end of last year. It's version 1.5, so it has very few options yet. I mean, well, okay, as far as the in-game trucks go, well, yeah, it blows it away. It's also in full 4K detail, so it blows the in-game trucks out of the water. But I mean, as far as a paid mod truck goes, it's still light on the details. It needs some time to get some more versions and more stuff, but, ooh, gorgeous. It's got a flat screen TV back there and everything. It's very cool. Lots of stuff. So, and then, let's see. So for the mirrors, you see we can get like the digital mirrors like that. And the outside, it's got the full streamlined, or we can get like some, there's some basic things just to real quickly. You can get this kind of cab here, and you can put like fake exhaust pipes on it if you want to look like an old school truck, you know. Some like dummy exhaust pipes there, kind of have that look. But honestly, I'd probably go with the full next gen thing. It's a very different vibe from what I usually do. And of course we can get full aerodynamic side skirts all the way down to the ground, you know, ground effects all the way out. And not there. That's the button I'm looking for. These guys all the way out here. I'd go full like this. So we'll check this out probably next video. Tell me what you guys think in the description down below. Thought I'd show you this stuff real quick. I like the stuff. I like messing with the trucks, and I mostly like, obviously, driving the trucks. It's a blast. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching the video all the way through. We'll be back tomorrow, probably with Roadcraft. But whatever we're back with, I'll see you there.